Certainly the disaster in Sevier County has brought out the best in people, and this state has really chipped in to turn things around. We have Tommy on the line from Operation Barbecue Relief. Hi, Tommy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Tell me about what you guys are doing.
Well, we're back now. We broke down yesterday after lunch, but we were out there from Friday. We served meals Friday. We do mostly lunch and dinner, and then we did lunch and dinner again on Saturday, and then on Sunday we did lunch. But we partnered also with the Zach Brown Band. They have a organization, a nonprofit organization also called Southern Ground, and it's a camp, and they had a big old semi there and with a kitchen in it, and they did some breakfast stuff, and then we focused on the main meals basically. And we were set up at Rocky, I think it's Rocky Top Sports Complex, is right beside the high school.
Yeah. Up
there in Gatlinburg, and we were mostly, well, when we first got there, we were, it was just nothing but EMS and firefighters and fire trucks and National Guard, and that's basically what we started out feeding. And then we had people taking bulk orders out to like the community centers and churches and things of that nature. So basically what we were doing is we were just providing a hot meal. You know, nothing wrong with hamburgers and hot dogs, but we kind of kicked it up another notch. We did barbecue, we did corn, we did green beans, we did baked beans, we did tenderloin one day, big pork tenderloin one day, we did barbecue chicken. So
you gave people a good home cooking.
You know, it revolves around barbecue because that's what we all do, and that's, you know.
That's awesome. You know what? Thank you for stepping up and just doing that. I mean, what an amazing service, and I'm sure those people just felt so very appreciative. Tommy, thank you for calling in and spreading the word. Have a good one tonight. It's so good to hear from people like that who just say, man, there's a need, we're going to get there. And I know those first responders, they were putting in extremely long days. I saw picture after picture of them, many firefighters just sleeping on the concrete. That was the only place for them to sleep. Unbelievable.
You know, our first responders are always just miracle workers.
Yeah, they're heroes. They really are heroes. They do what's needed when it's needed, and you never hear a complaint, not a bit. Now, if you are still looking for a way to give, we want you to do that safely. Ellen Lehman is here with the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. It's an organization that News Channel 5 has teamed up with time and time again. They're wonderful, and that's why we go to them time and time again. Unfortunately, not everybody has the same heart, and so we do want to give you that warning of what you need to look out for during this time. Take a look.
Natural disasters often make people want to dig deep and help. They also draw out those who try to take advantage of this generous spirit.
When we see that disasters like what's happening in East Tennessee impact Tennesseans, we know that the threat is there for folks to come into our state and try to get money from people and say that it's supposed to help victims when it actually won't.
Adam Gassimi with the Tennessee Secretary of State's office says with tragedies like this, especially when they get national attention as the fires in East Tennessee have, it's more important than ever to make smart decisions when you're giving. Fortunately, he says, getting the information you need is relatively easy and quick. The state's charitable solicitations website allows you to look up a charity's name and find out if they're registered. And you can check out the group's most recent tax filings. If you don't find the group here, that's a red flag. The Tennessee Attorney General recommends that, quote, if you plan to donate, I urge you to do so only to charities you trust. Donating to well-established charities and organizations is the best way to ensure your generosity helps those in need.
The biggest thing is just becoming an informed consumer.
So how else can you do that? Take your time, resist pressure to give on the spot. Ask questions and find out who will benefit from your donation and how. Do research and go online to learn what you can about the organization. Avoid giving cash and always ask for a receipt. And finally, pay close attention to the name of the nonprofit. There are many that sound alike. It can be tempting to reach into your wallet or pull out your checkbook when you see images like this. But if you really want to help, making the effort to check out where your money is going can really make a difference.
We hope that no fraudulent companies come to Tennessee and try to scam people out of dollars, but the threat is there and we just want people to be ready.
Great information. And the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee says, take your time. Yes, we've collected, almost $300,000 online so far, but there's no deadline. You're saying you have to donate for fire victims by Friday. It's
Nope.
not that.
Nope. We hope people will continue to do this because the need is going to continue. The work is going to continue. And the disaster is going to unfold.
Yeah.
And we need to have money not only at the starting gate, but also when the finish line.
Now, imagine if somebody goes online, they can either go through our website, newschannel5.com, or go straight to yours. I'm sure there's a link for this fund.
Absolutely.
What about if you want to send in a check the old-fashioned way?
Love checks.
Do you need to write on there, for the Gatlinburg Fire Relief Fund or anything special?
So generally, if you can make it out to the Gatlinburg Fire Relief Fund and send it to us, and it will be fine. You can make it out to the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, put in the memo line Gatlinburg, and we are accepting all of those checks, and we will make sure that they get to the right place.
How can I check back later? Do you have a way to say, you know what, we ended up sending $100,000 to this charity there? Is there a way to go back and say that?
Yeah, no, we will absolutely be happy to supply that information. We just have to start doing it first.
Yeah. And like you said, you're not here to pass out, funds to everybody and get it all out of your account right now.
So in the flood, we actually had a whole website that was designated to show what we had given. In this particular case, because this is not happening in our community,
right.
There will probably be fewer gifts, but more strategically or as strategically placed, but just fewer gifts because there are so many fewer nonprofit organizations, and we're going to just be placing those bets.
Okay, so people can still donate online through the mail. Give you guys a call for more information.
Yes.
And still, that givingmatters.org. .com, excuse me, thank you. Tell me how that works again.
It is a website that includes detailed information about over 1,500 local nonprofit organizations. So if you get something in the mail asking for a contribution and you have never heard of this organization, you can, if you don't have a computer, ask any 18-year-old that walks by.
Good point.
And they will be able to pull up information about what that organization looks like, how they use their money, what their auditors have said, if they filed their taxes, and all the rest. Everybody deserves to give with confidence. Everybody deserves to give with confidence because it is their money and they don't have to give it all. So the reason we created givingmatters.com was so people could give to organizations that might be new to them, but they would have already had an opportunity to study up.
Yeah. Do you find tactics among scammers that you've seen lately, what their normal tactics are?
I think that they are probably some of the most creative people. My parents-in-law, who have just moved to Nashville from Florida, have been scammed numerous times when they lived in Florida, and everyone had a different MO.
Yeah. So you just got to stay on top of it for yourself. And it's okay to say, I want to give, but not right this moment.
Absolutely.
I will contact you.
Yes, absolutely. It's your money.
Yeah.
And you don't have to give it to anybody, and you don't have to give it when they tell you you have to give it. You reserve the right to be proactive and to be strategic, and don't feel bullied.
Yeah, you guys have been around for 25 years now.
Yes.
You started the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, a long track record to look into. People can look over that and feel confident.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And you've set up the means to do that as well, which is so very important. We're going to take one more commercial break, some final words, some final thoughts when we come back about smart giving and what we can do in Gatlinburg right now to make the biggest difference. Stay with us.